Alright, it is time for another protein cereal, a keto-friendly protein cereal. I've been trying to go through as many as I can find. My list is getting long, and I'm doing this off the cuff. I should be writing this down, but my list right now of keto-friendly, high-protein cereals is Magic Spoon is number one. Highkey is a close second. And then we have a drop-off, and I did Catalina Crunch, and then Wonderworks. So that's my order, but there is a big drop after Highkey. I personally am not keto. I love carbs, but there are so many out there that I feel like I need to compare them, and now Kashi has entered the arena. When I look at the ingredients, the main ingredient is lentil protein, and then there's also chickpea flour in there and pea protein. So I'm kind of expecting it to taste like that Three Wishes cereal. I think that was chickpea protein based. Has kind of a unique flavor to it, so we'll see. So 160 calories, 7 grams of fat, 18 total carbs, which seems high. We'll look at that in a second. And then 12 grams of protein. And just for reference, their regular protein cereal here is 200 calories, 10 grams of protein. They put a breakdown right on the bottom of the net carbs. So it's 5 fiber, 3 grams allulose. It's 10 net carbs per serving. Now, I'm not keto, and I guess comparatively to other cereals, that 10 grams of carbs is low, but for keto purposes, that seems a little bit on the higher end. But what are you gonna do? So this is cinnamon vanilla. I don't think I specified that. They have a chocolate one as well that I really wanted to try, but my store was out of it, and I wanted to give this one a shot. Now, you probably can't tell, but those are pretty big. Smell test is cinnamon. Always a good start. You know the drill by now. I thought the first one I would get. Now I gotta find that other one. So I could tell you off the bat, that is exactly what I was expecting that to taste like. Kind of earthy flavor. It is kind of similar to that Three Wishes cereal. If you haven't had that, there's also a cereal that I used to buy a lot called Love Grown. That was chickpea flour based. It's still around. Their chocolate one's really good. It's such a different, unique flavor though if you've never had it. It is earthy. So I've had cereals like this, so it doesn't bother me a ton, but you cannot eat this expecting like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch vibe. See what milk does to it. And I'm gonna say it every single time. Stop sleeping on the silk protein. Fun fact, when they first released this, it was called protein nut milk. And I'm guessing that there was some kind of board meeting where somebody was like, you know, I don't know that that sounds appropriate. And other people were like, huh, we didn't think about that. And then they decided to change it because I don't know about you, but nut milk? So yeah, so now it's almond and cashew silk, no longer nut milk. I would still drink it if it was called nut milk, but I could see the hesitation there. So I do think I like it a little bit more in milk. This one's such a tough one to evaluate because like I've said, I've had similar cereals to this before, so I know what to expect, but it is kind of earthy. So I can totally see you buying this and trying it and hating it if you've not had that before. I think it's an acquired taste, and I have acquired that taste. It's different than the pea protein flavor. It is earthy. I don't know how else to describe it. But if you've had, I know Love Grown, I think I've choked a little bit in every single cereal review that I've done, which I think is to say I don't chew nearly enough. So I've had Love Grown cereal. That one's chickpea flour based. Words are so hard. And Three Wishes cereal. Also a protein cereal made with chickpea flour. So if you've had that kind of stuff before, I think you're gonna like this. The flavor's not super cinnamony though. So if you're looking for an alternative to sweets, like if you decide to go keto or you need to give up grains for any reason and Cinnamon Toast Crunch is your absolute favorite thing in the world, you're not gonna like this. This is not a substitute for that. But if you're grain-free and used to those kind of earthy flavors, this is a solid option. I know they have chocolate. I can totally see the chocolate one being really good. So it's probably not fair for me to just assume that, but I do think chocolate would be solid. For this flavor alone, this score is a 6.5 out of 10. I'm just gonna assume that the chocolate would be closer to a 7. You got Magic Spoon and Highkey at the top of the list. I think this one would be third on my list. Just know what to expect. It is a little bit earthy, but give it a couple tries. So the first bowl, you might not love it. By the second, you might like it a little bit more. I know when I first tried it, it was different than anything else I had tasted, so it was a little bit, not jarring. Jarring sounds pretty severe, but it was different. And then once you get used to it, I really liked the taste, so it's grown on me. I really want to try the chocolate. And if you've tried that, I don't think they have any other flavors. So if you've tried the chocolate, or if there are different flavors that I don't know exist, let me know how it was. I'd love to hear if it is as good as I think it would be, because I do think that would be a solid option. And as always, if there are other cereals out there, the keto-friendly cereals preferably, but if it's just a high-protein cereal, not keto-friendly, I'd still like to try it. So let me know. I'm going to be on the lookout.